Well, welcome everybody. This is Paul Allen driving the bus for you this afternoon. We've got a matchup between the University of St. Thomas and Minnesota State. Hockey Day Minnesota festivities, the last day taking place here at Blakesley Stadium. Just been an unbelievable week, and it's a beautiful day here today this afternoon. It's about 2 degrees, -2, -7 with the wind chill. A little bit different than weather we've had the last couple days, in that it's not quite as windy and it's not snowing. So for those of you that tuned in last night for that matchup, CCHA game between Minnesota State, the second-ranked Mavericks, and St. Thomas, there was lots of snow. A 4:30 start. Started snowing around 4, and the Mavericks ended up prevailing in that game 7-1 in men's hockey. But it's women's hockey today, center stage here from Mankato, the key city, the home of Hockey Day Minnesota this week. Total of 32 games played on this ice surface here at Blakesley Stadium over the course of this past week. Youth hockey players, high school hockey players, both boys and girls, junior varsities and varsities from Mankato West and Mankato East. And then yesterday, 3 games, of course, with a girls' high school game, Andover versus Edina, and then Prior Lake and East Grand Forks in a boys' high school game before Minnesota State and the University of St. Thomas in that CCHA game. We've also had celebrity hockey games. We've had Wounded Warrior game. We've had a women's alumni game. That was this morning, preceding this game. And then on Friday, we had a Maverick men's alumni hockey game. Just unbelievable week for the city of Mankato, the game of hockey in general in southern Minnesota. And welcome everybody to this broadcast here from the campus of Minnesota State this beautiful Sunday afternoon. So we're underway. This is the second time these two teams have met this week. Minnesota State prevailing over the Tommies earlier Thursday, 4-1 up in Mendota Heights. That was indoors. We're outdoors here. Minnesota State owning a 3-0 advantage in the terms of the series on the season. Shot from the point by Megan Cornwell, turned aside by Calla Frank of the Mavericks. The first shot on goal goes to St. Thomas. The Mavericks now in the offensive zone. Shot from the point taken by Shelby Guttormson, blocked by a defenseman into the wall on the near boards here. Mavericks, the owners of a 2-game winning streak right now, enter today's action 11-11-1 overall. St. Thomas 4-16-1, 2-14-1 in WCHA action. First year of Division I hockey for St. Thomas, of course. The Tommies in the WCHA for the first time this year. Out of their own zone now for St. Thomas. That's Anna Solheim. Steered off into the boards by the Maverick D. Into the corner now for the Tommies. That's Bianchi. Over on the far wall to Ali Murnreen. Into the corner now for the Tommies is Bianchi. She tries to get it back to the point, but cycles it back down low. And Monreen tries to get it out front, but Calla Frank, the veteran netminder for the Mavericks, who didn't play in that game on Thursday. She's in the net tonight and has been in the net for most of the season for the Mavericks, having an outstanding season. 9-9-1 overall, 303 on the goals against average, 904 on the save percentage. The junior from White Bear Lake was co-national goaltender of the month of December. Emerald Kelly got her first career start, had 11 saves in that 4-1 win for Minnesota State on Thursday up at Mendota Heights. Shot fired wide by Munreen into the corner of the far wall. Mavericks tried to steer it out, and coming out of her own zone now, or are trying to at that point, was Brooke Bryant. Brommersberger. Turned aside by Frank. The puck goes into the corner. Mavericks trying to get the puck out, and they do, just outside the blue line into the neutral zone now in front of the Minnesota State bench. So Blakesley Stadium, built in 1962. Home of the Maverick football program. The Mavericks, a Division II powerhouse, played in 2 national championship games in the last 7 years. 2019, the Mavericks losing national championship game to West Florida that year. MSU also played in 2014. But this building typically will seat 6,500 on both sides, and there's a berm down at the Kembury end. We'll get to look at this setup here for Hockey Day Minnesota. Here's Guttormson. Now on the wall, she shoots towards the net. There's a save by Alex Dobchuk. Dobchuk with 42 saves on Thursday in that 4-1 Minnesota State win. She's a junior from Eden Prairie and transferred to St. Thomas after starting out her college career at Colgate. Puck goes out of play. Some lucky, gets thrown back onto the ice. I was going to say some lucky fan gets a souvenir. So these festivities here in Mankato, we had a huge crowd here last night. Haven't seen the final totals on attendance, but the estimates were anywhere from 7,000 to 9,000 that I've seen, and it's a great job by the local organized committee all week long, along with Bally's and the Minnesota Wild, in putting this game on. Of course, support provided by the folks here at Minnesota State. Here's Fleming now down into the corner for the Mavericks. 98 career points for their veteran forward for Minnesota State. Fleming has an outstanding senior year, great career, Oregon, Wisconsin native, ranking highly on almost every statistical category. Of course, she holds the school record for career games played. This is her 5th year, taking advantage of that extra year provided by the pandemic. 149 career games. This is her 150th college game today. Circling now for the Mavericks in the offensive zone is Kelsey King. Another player who stepped her game up here in their junior season, leads the Mavericks to 12 goals. Of course, scored that overtime game-winning goal against the University of Minnesota 2 weekends ago, named WCHA Player of the Week. But the overtime goal for King snapped a 53-game losing streak for the Mavericks against the University of Minnesota. Been a while. So it's bound to happen. I guess if you're a gambler, I'm not. But they would say, well, eventually the odds would turn in your favor. Here's Meshuga firing it wide. Off the back wall, that's Claire Buderak. Back to the point. Shot taken there by Nelson, blocked, and comes out all the way back into the Maverick zone. Langseth dumps it in, goes off at a line change on the forecheck from Minnesota State's Claire Buderak, the 5'5" senior from Andover, Minnesota. Just a great game between Andover High School and Edina High School. Andover and Edina, two powerhouses in Minnesota girls high school hockey. We have a penalty there against the Tommies as Brooke Bryant got taken down. I think, I stand corrected. I think it's going to be Brooke Bryant now. Cross-checking the call on Brooke Bryant. So the first power play of the game will go to St. Thomas. 0-0 the score. Just over 4 minutes into this WCHA contest between St. Thomas and Minnesota State. Doing a little bit of research for the game. I believe this is the 3rd outdoor game for Minnesota State. The Mavericks played in the Twin City Classic against the University of Minnesota back in 2014, a 4-0 loss to the Gophers, and then in 2019 as part of the Hockey Day Minnesota festivities up in Bemidji, the Mavericks coming out ahead on a 2-1 win over the Beavers. It was really cold. I think that it's been chilly here this week, but my understanding is the Bemidji Hockey Day Minnesota was one of the coldest on record scores. We're well into this Hockey Day Minnesota phenomenon here in Mankato this week, and it's been windy, it's been snowy, but it's beautiful today. Nice and sunny, no snow. Ice in great condition by all accounts. Talking to the people who have skated on the Blakely Stadium rink, they've been really happy with the ice itself. There's Buderak on the right side, down behind the St. Thomas net, looking for a friendly face. 2 Tommy players on her, and eventually that was Brita Parent who came away with the puck for the Tommies. In the far corner now, Minnesota State trying to gain possession of it to get the puck out of their own zone. Extended zone, offensive zone time for the Tommies here before Maverick shoots it down the ice, and the MSU trying to kill off this penalty to Brooke Bryant. Mavericks 5th in the WCHA standings coming into today's game. And taking a look at the schedule for the Mavericks over the next couple of weeks as we head toward the WCHA postseason. It'll be Minnesota Duluth on the road versus the Bulldogs the 28th and 29th. Ohio State will be here in 4th and 5th, and Wisconsin February 12th and 13th. So the Mavericks will have their hands full with the final 3 opponents all ahead of them in the league standings. Of course, 3 of the top programs in the country, all ranked in the top 10. Coming out of her own zone now for St. Thomas is Maddie Clough. Mavericks turn it back, coming back the other way. Great move. Here come the Mavericks. Good scoring chance. Puck just skittered off the stick there. Minnesota State driving hard to the net. That was Jessica Boland on the glove side and just lost control of the puck. The conditions are, as you go along here, the conditions, of course, worsen over the course of the game in each period. 7:16 here into the first period, still 0-0. Back to the point, Guttormson. Paddington, who's had a great freshman season for Minnesota State, the former Thunder Bay Queen, one of the top freshmen in the WCHA. Coming away with it now for St. Thomas was Larson. On the left side, it's Maddie Jurgensen over onto the far wall and try to find a diagonal pass across the offensive zone. But St. Thomas could not get a hold of it, so the Mavericks now with possession in their own zone. That's Jessica Condis. We've talked about Condis a lot over the course of her 5th year with the Mavericks. A great leader and has stepped up her offensive game, the big defenseman from Calgary. Condis in the neutral zone loses it. And eventually the puck skitters back into the MSU defensive zone where Daniel Englund does the old wraparound, and coming out on the far side for Minnesota State is Guttormson. Guttormson up to Fleming. Fleming across the blue line. Stick handling into the far corner. Back behind the net looking for Kennedy Bobbik. Bobbik's had a great junior season. Another kid that has sort of come into her own offensively. Here's Fleming in the slot. A shot turned aside. Good save, sticked aside by Alexa Dobbik. Into the corner now for Minnesota State. That's Kelsey King. She can shoot the puck. Into the corner, Eckerbeck steps up. Charlotte Eckerbeck, who's also had a really good year for the Mavericks as a junior. Of course, defensively, we talked about Anna Wilgren, the captain for the Mavericks, who entered the U.S. Olympic residency program before Christmas and was one of the last cuts on the U.S. women's Olympic team. She's going to sit out this year. Shot taken, just goes wide. That was Buderak. Back behind the net, Langseth trying to get control of it. She does. She backhands it back down low towards Buderak. Buderak now. And Langseth. Langseth battling for the puck behind the net with Megan Cornell. Back to the point. Backhanded down low by Nelson. Looking for Langseth. Langseth by the right dot. Over to Buderak. Buderak back to the point. Shot taken there. Finds his way all the way through. Oh, shot just goes wide. Minnesota State looking for that first goal. Here's another chance. Scores! Madison Mashuga. Making no mistake. Right in front of the net. 9:50. Going to be the time of that goal of the first period. So the Mavericks first on the board. Mashuga taking that pass from behind the net and making no mistake. She's a left-handed shot, so she's on her strong side. Her 5th goal of the year makes it Minnesota State 1, St. Thomas 0. As we mentioned, Minnesota State had picked up a 4-1 win over St. Thomas back on Thursday. And then earlier in the season, 3-1 and 3-0 victories for Minnesota State in a home-and-home series with the Tommies back at the beginning of December. So 1-0 right now. Back to the point for the Mavericks along the blue line. It's Condas. Condas throws it back in and finds Paddington, who goes into the corner. And coming out of there, it's going to be Bryant. Bryant with the shot just goes wide. Into the corner now for Minnesota State. That's going to be Bryant battling down low. She's joined by Shelby Sheeran. And into the slot area, that's going to be Fleming. She shoots it off a shin pad. Maddie Clough was able to block that into the corner, but the Mavericks maintain control. Slapper from the point, eventually gobbled up by Dobchuk. So a 1-0 lead for Minnesota State. The Mavericks hoping to build upon a modest 2-game winning streak, and they've reached the 500 mark. It's been a while. MSU started off the season winning 5 of the first 6 games, and then went into a bit of a funk as the schedule got a little bit tougher. Lost their next 8 games, but since then have gone 4-1-1 to get back to 500, and hopefully can get above it for the first time since early in the season. We've talked about how the Maverick program has made these incremental steps, and I think this was a pretty good year. That win over in Minnesota 2 weekends ago was, I think, a situation where the Mavericks had been close and really needed a win like that to prove to themselves that all their hard work was worth it. They also had a nice win over Minnesota Duluth over the course of this season early in Mankato back on October 2nd, a 4-2 victory down at the Mayo Clinic Health System Event Center. So a couple of signature wins for John Harrington and his staff and the Mavericks this year, and people are beginning to take notice. Back to the point. Shot taken, goes off a skate. That was Seifert into the corner. Fleming, stick handling toward the front of the net, coming away with the puck. It's going to be Anna Eriksson. Eriksson along the far wall. Eventually the Mavericks get control of it, and throwing the puck back down in and going off on a line change is Seifert behind the net. Dobchuk stops it for a defenseman. Cornell and Ali Paul for St. Thomas back there, but it's the Mavericks that come away with it. Here's going to be a shot from the point off a shin pad. That was taken by Taylor Wemple, the senior from Maplewood, Minnesota, who's had a nice senior season for the Mavericks. Wemple with a puck on their near boards, shoots it towards the net, goes behind the net, all the way back out the other side. And Ellen Nelson keeps it in, and eventually the puck goes out of play and will have off a stick. So the faceoff will come inside the St. Thomas zone. 1-0 Minnesota State. 7:24 left on the clock. Just a beautiful day here in Mankato. Got a USPHL junior hockey game that will take place after this game, and then there's I think a senior men's league game after that, and that will conclude the official games here at the rink. We'll start breaking it down. Shot taken there, blocked. A couple shots taken by the Tommies. One by Lucy Bianchi, and the other by Maddie Clough, blocked by MSU players. Coming away with it now for Minnesota State with speed, Jessica Bolin. She throws it in, and the Mavericks go off on a line change, and they'll go to work on the forecheck, but it's the Tommies coming out of their own zone. Maddie Clough along the right wall. Now the Tommies get a line change. So a little tit for tat there for both teams. With the puck in her own zone now, it's going to be Fleming. She's so good with the puck. Good vision, comes out up to Bobbik on the right side. Bobbik across the slot, she fires a shot, goes off a skate and into the corner behind the net now. Here's Fleming with the puck. She tries to get it back to the point, eventually throws it back and cycles the puck back to King. King over to Bobbik. Bobbik looking for Fleming. She gets it now into the corner. She fires it back to the point. Condas along the blue line over to the other side, goes off a stick and then into the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minnesota State almost in a too many players on the ice situation there. Referees don't see it that way. St. Thomas now regrouping in their own zone. MSU on the forecheck, puck taken away by Langstaff, and the shot taken by Minnesota State's Madison Mashruga, looking for her second goal of the game, patted away by Alexa Dobchuk. Ellie Munreen throws it into the corner. Here's Munreen. She gets control of the puck. A nice blocker save there by Calla Frank. Of course, wearing the toque to keep her ears nice and warm. So these outdoors games, quite the phenomenon. The first outdoor game took place, is called the Heritage Classic. Edmonton hosted Montreal, and that sort of set the balls, the wheels in motion. The NHL saw the success that the folks up at Edmonton had, and then started with the outdoor games on New Year's Day. And since then, of course, as everyone knows, it's led to a lot of different things, not the least of which is the Hockey Day Minnesota festivities, which is fortunate to host here in Mankato this weekend. They announced that the Hockey Day Minnesota next year will be in White Bear Lake, and those folks, no doubt, will have their work cut out for them based on the success of what's happened in Mankato today, the size of the crowd, the week-long festivities, and I think each year the event looks to get better and better, and pretty proud of what happened here in Mankato with the job that the folks, local organizing committee, Dave Wittenberg, Michelle Schoof, Lindsay Bacher headed up that group, done a tremendous job. One nothing Minnesota State leading St. Thomas here in this WCHA contest here at Blakesley Stadium. St. Thomas, shot taken from the point. That was Isabel Lapal with the shot. Isabel Lepai with the shot, turned aside by Calla Frank. 4 minutes left here in the first period. Minnesota State leading 1-0. Mavericks trying to find a way to get the puck to their own zone, and eventually skated out of her own zone by Charlotte Akerbeck. Akerbeck bounces the puck into the St. Thomas end where Alexa Dobchuk turns it aside. St. Thomas right back out. And the Tommies looking for a line change. Mavericks now breaking out of their own zone. St. Thomas on the forecheck. Wemple in the corner. Over to her defense partner. That's Ellen Nelson. Mavericks trying to get the puck up to the middle of the ice. Stymied by the St. Thomas forecheck. We'll try it again. Here's Fleming. Fleming on the right side for Kelsey King. King can really shoot it. Looking for Bobbik, who was racing toward the net, just missed her, and the puck slid all the way to Alexa Dobchuk, who covered it up. Dobchuk, who's had a nice season for St. Thomas, backed up by Aaron Cooley today. Back to the point. Tormson throws it down low into the corner. Looking for Kelsey King. Behind her own net now for St. Thomas. That's Cornell. Cornell on the wall over here for Jorgensen. Fleming retreating into the neutral zone with the puck. Left-handed shooting senior across the blue line. She'll fire. Oh, she looked like she was going to fire a shot. She was going to leave it, and then now here come the Tommies breaking out of their own zone. But for Minnesota State, that was Tormson backhanding it across the blue line all the way down into the corner, where Emma Larson takes it. Larson over to Cornell, who circles behind her net and then up the right side. And breaking down the middle of the ice now for St. Thomas. A shot and a save. It might have gone wide, but in a breakaway there was Bianchi. Calla Frank came out there, cut down the angle and skated backwards as Bianchi made her way to the net. Good wheels for Bianchi. Bloomington Jefferson grad. 6 points on this season for the junior from Bloomington. 4 goals and 2 assists. Calla Frank's numbers on the season, as we mentioned, 9-9-1, 303 goals against average, 904 save percentage for the junior from Hugo, Minnesota. White Bear Lake high school product. Shot taken, gloved by Kella Frank. Maddie Clough off the face-off, wristed a shot which Frank handled fairly easily. Paddington comes out now to take the face-off for the Mavericks. Here's Monreen for St. Thomas. And for a third time, they're going to have to face it off again, because that puck goes over the glass. Your officials for today: Danny Schultz, Sarma Osman. They're your referees: Brian Jansen and Samantha Klein are the linesmen. Minnesota State now. Boland had the puck and threw it into the corner where she ran into some traffic. On the forecheck for the Mavericks right now, it's Paddington and Boland. Eventually the Tommies come away with it. And skating through the middle of the ice is Monreen. Maddie Clough, maybe, I think that was 12 and 14. Into the middle of the ice, the puck just goes astray. There's going to be a penalty there on a Maverick, as it looked like as the puck came across the middle of the ice, Promenberger was taken down by a Minnesota State player. So MSU on the back check. It's toward the penalty box. Kennedy Bobbik, the junior from Regina Sask. Of course, we've talked about Kennedy a lot the last couple years. Her dad, former pro player, skating instructor, power skating instructor, and Kennedy is, I think, really come under her own here in her junior season. 18 points in 23 games played, 7 goals on the season. She's a great skater and a product of the Ed School in Calgary, the same school that Jessica Condis came from. Behind her own net now for St. Thomas is Clough. Clough taken down there. You hear some cheers from the crowd. As on the forecheck for the Mavericks was Claire Budarak, but it's going to be Monreen now on the left side, all the way down into the Minnesota State zone. She throws it behind Calla Frank. Tommy's still with the puck, battling for it now for St. Thomas. With the stepping up on the pinch was Maddie Clough. Clough with the puck on the left side with the power play now for St. Thomas. The Tommies setting up in the MSU zone here. Into the corner for a second there with the puck was Erickson. On the point, shot from the point, taken off the post, and scores on the rebound. Initial shot taken from the point by Maddie Clough, and St. Thomas is going to tie it up on a power play goal. 26.8 seconds left in the opening period. The Tommies taking advantage on the power play. 14:34 is going to be time of that, but the shot was taken initially by Maddie Clough, and the save by Calla Frank, and right to a St. Thomas player. We'll wait to get the official scoring here, but in the way you slice it, it's 1-1 here. And I think that's going to end here. The puck skitters into the MSU zone, and behind her own net now, it's Clough, or Fleming taking the puck.
18:34 the first period for the Tommies. Number 3 with the assist going to number 12, Maddie Clough, and number 19, Anna Solheim. That's Erickson from Clough and Solheim at 18:34.
Okay, so it's going to end 1-1. Erickson with the goal from Clough and Solheim. So 1-1's the score after the first period of play. This Hockey Day Minnesota contest between Minnesota State and St. Thomas. First 20 minutes of action. And we're knotted up at 1-1. So we're going to have a 15-minute intermission here. We'll come back with the second period of play following a 15-minute break. This has been Paul Allen, Hockey Day Minnesota action here on Big Ten Network. Back to Blakesley Stadium, 1-1 the score after 20 minutes of action here. WCHA tilt between St. Thomas and Minnesota State. First period scoring. Minnesota State, which outshot St. Thomas 10-9 in that first period, got off to a 1-0 lead. The Mavericks, Madison Meshuggah, her 5th goal, coming at the 9:50 mark, assisted by Claire Buderak and Sydney Langseth. And then right before the end of the first period, following a penalty call, Minnesota State in the penalty box there with Kennedy Bobbik going off her high sticking late in the period. And the Tommies taking advantage of it. Anna Eriksson tally on her 2nd goal of the season. The power play tally coming at 19:32. So 1-1 after the first 20 minutes of action. And we're back here now with the 2nd period. Minnesota State going from right to left. The Mavericks clad in their gold and purple sweaters. St. Thomas purple sweaters, black pants, purple socks, black helmets. And we're underway. Fresh sheet of ice. Conditions are pretty good. The ice has been, we mentioned, been really good over the course of this past week under difficult conditions, but there is this artificial ice setup, although it's been cold enough that they could have gone to natural ice. It's been chilly in Mankato. A little bit warmer in the middle of the week. Now on the right side as we return to action, it's going to be Britton Fleming racing down the right side. She couldn't catch up to it, and it's St. Cloud now. Coming out of the puck out of her own zone is Emma Larson. Larson on the right side looking for Bianchi. The puck slides all the way down to Calafranc. She sticks it aside to a teammate, and coming away with the puck right now from Minnesota State is Charlotte Akerbeck. We talked about Charlotte Akerbeck in the junior season that she's had. The junior from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Almost a point a game. 7 goals, 13 assists for 20 points in 23 games played. The Mavericks now threatening. Shot just goes wide there with Langseth set up right on the right side and misfires. The puck goes wide. She gets it back into the slot area. It's Langseth. She puts it back to the point. Shot taken off a shin pad and goes into the corner for Minnesota State. Taking that shot was Jaden Seifert, I'm sorry. So Seifert now back as the puck rolls into the Minnesota State zone behind the net. All the way on the far side, it's Buderak trying to get it out. She can't. Keeping it back inside and turning back is Clough. In the neutral zone, shooting the puck down into the MSU zone now is Allie Paul. Into their own corner on the right side is Seifert. Seifert with the all the way around to the far side and coming out now into the neutral zone with the puck for Minnesota State. It's going to be Meshuggah, the goal scorer for the Mavericks. She dumps it in and heads off on a line change. Out in front, there's a shot taken right there by Paddington, and the puck is turned aside. Paddington with a really good chance right in front of the net. Nice save there by Dobchuk. Out into the neutral zone for the Mavericks with the puck briefly for the Mavericks was Sheeran. And now it's Nelson. Turned back on the play by Promisberger, but it's the Mavericks who handle the puck all the way down now into the St. Thomas end. They're going to make the Tommies go 200 feet if they want to bring the puck down into a scoring place, but it's the Mavericks on the forecheck doing a great job. Oh, it's going to be offside. A delayed offside now as the Mavericks get out back past the blue line, and the Tommies now with control of the puck in their own zone into the neutral zone. Coming away with it, Fleming just sort of sticks it into the St. Thomas zone, and it's Cornell behind her own net along the wall out to the blue line where it's taken by Minnesota State forward Brooke Bryant. Puck goes all the way down, open net's going to be a shot, just goes wide there, and a turnover in the MSU zone. Stensley had a really good chance and fired the puck wide for St. Thomas. Kelsey King. That's going to be an icing call, I think. Is she looking to find a Fleming, but then is waved off by the linesman on the far side. Coming out of the St. Thomas zone now with the puck. before the Mavericks turn it back the other way. Fleming's going to dump it in, and the Mavericks go off for a line change. And behind her own net, Bobbik leaves it there for Clough. Clough backhands along the wall, but it's Langseth in on the forecheck to disrupt the breakout. Eventually, Clough now on the far wall gets past the red line and dumps it in. But it's the Mavericks trying to throw it out. Langseth with the puck in the neutral zone on the left side for Meshuga. Meshuga's going to fire it off the blocker. Nice stick save on the stick side by Dobchuk into the corner. But it's Minnesota State. Budarak right in front. Just misfires on the pass. Looking for Meshuga there, who's standing on the right side of the slot. 3-4 players down there jousting for the puck. Budarak comes out of there. She and Langseth for the Mavericks out into the slot area. Racing out now for the Tommies is Monreen. She risked a shot that gets blockered away by Calafranc in front of the St. Thomas bench. Budarak, she always seems to be in the middle of it. This Langseth for Minnesota State, along with Solheim for St. Thomas. Dobchuk with the puck right behind her own net. Leaves it there, eventually comes out into the neutral zone, and now racing forward, there's going to be a tripping minor on the Mavericks there, as coming into the offensive zone with speed was Stensley. She was brought down, and the Mavericks will find themselves in a PK situation, heading to the box on the tripping call for the Mavericks. Is going to be sophomore defenseman Ellen Nelson. So if you recall, near the end of the first period, it was the Tommies taking advantage on the power play to tie this game at 1-1. Although the Mavericks lead the season series 3-0, there hasn't been one team better than the other today, that's for sure. St. Thomas has been the equal of Minnesota State. 1-1 certainly on the scoreboard for sure. You could make that argument.
That's Nelson for tripping at 5:35 of the second period.
Into the corner now for St. Thomas. It's going to be Parent. Looks like the net came off there, so we'll have a stoppage in play as we try to put the net back on. Knocked off by, I think, a St. Thomas player, so the puck should be out into the neutral zone. Out here, Mavericks. Oh, there we go. Trying to see how much time's left on this power play. A $1:36. In terms of power play time left for St. Thomas here. Olmich. Goes over to Promersberger, who threw it in. Back now to Cornell. Cornell retreating into her own zone. Grabs the puck. The left-handed shooting defenseman. Senior. Another one of those transfers for St. Thomas. Came to the Tommies via Dartmouth. She's from Bloomington, Minnesota. Dobchuk trying to hand it off to one of her teammates. Eventually, that was Mondrine with the backhand. Minnesota State with a scoring chance right in front. That was Bobbik for a little bit. To no avail. MSU doing a good job on a forecheck with this penalty to Ellen Nelson. About to expire. Solheim across the blue line now for the Tommies. Over into the far corner. Good job by Minnesota State, and eventually for the Mavericks is Budarak, and she gets the puck out all the way down, where it's handled by Dobchuk. 16 seconds left in that penalty to Nelson now. Minnesota State looks like they're going to be able to kill this off in the neutrals, and now Langseth gets her stick on it. Budarak doing a good job, but eventually the Tommies come back, and right now for St. Thomas, that's Erickson across the blue line, but it's going to be offside.
Commercial Fisher Group has been the leader of commercial real estate for southern Minnesota. Provide expertise in sales.
So we mentioned for Minnesota State, the Mavericks, with 6 games left. I look at that murderer's row that the Mavericks have left on their regular season schedule. Minnesota, Duluth, ranked 8th. Ohio State ranked 2nd. And Wisconsin ranked 1st in the country. Minnesota State, for the first time in a long time, after that split with Minnesota a week ago, receiving votes in the national poll for the first time in a while. Shot goes wide. So we talked about Minnesota State as they picked up a couple of nice wins here and had a nice season that started to receive attention from the voters. Shot goes wide there as Minnesota State threatening Brooke Bryant with an opportunity there. But it's St. Thomas back the other way now, and for the Tommies, it's Fiona Clarity. Around behind the Minnesota State, coming away with that puck. It's going to be Ackerbeck out into the neutral zone, but it's the freshman defenseman for St. Thomas, Ali Paul, the Medicine Hat, Alberta native, with the puck, getting a puck down into the Minnesota State zone, where Ackerbeck will come out with the puck yet once again. Back behind the net. Bobbik finds the puck here on the near wall, up to Fleming through the neutral zone. Fleming with the puck. Fires it across the slot area. Coming away with it for the Mavericks is Kelsey King. Tries to get it out front to Fleming. Goes off his skate. St. Thomas comes away with it out into the neutral zone for the Tommies. It's going to be Omich. Fleming, she's everywhere on the ice. So good with the puck. With a toe drag now, and she hands it off to Bobbik. Bobbik across the blue line. Comes back out, and Bobbik now on this side over to Condis. Comes over to King, and the shot taken, sticked aside by Dobchuk into the corner. Back behind. So the puck stays in the corner, and there's 4 players battling for it down there. Eventually, it's Minnesota State that comes through with it in front, right in front. And Buderuk could not find the handle. Condis pinches. Throws the puck down behind the net, back to Condis. Condis right back behind the net again, and it's Meshuga, the MSU goal scorer, with the puck on the far side, back to the point. Thrown down behind the St. Thomas net. Extended zone time. Minnesota State doing a great job on the forecheck. St. Thomas finally gets it out. The Tommies will look to, I'm sure, get some fresh legs on the ice. But Minnesota State comes right back again. The Mavericks doing a great job. St. Thomas's captain, Solheim, the right-handed shooter forward, throws it across the middle of the ice. Could not find a teammate, and coming back the other way, a one-on-one now. Minnesota State out of her own zone is Brooke Bryant. Bryant's going to go with a snapshot, just goes wide. Past the 10-minute mark now here at Blakesley Stadium, behind the net, and eventually it's Paddington up the middle of the ice, across the red line. The freshman winger, center from Thunder Bay. Shot taken, no goal, off the crossbar. That was a wicked shot by Kennedy Bobbik, who signaled no goal. Out into the neutral zone now, and into the MSU territory. The Mavericks on a line change. Cannot find the handle, and eventually the Tommies get control of it in the neutral zone and then back to their own zone with it. For the Tommies was number 11, Abby Promisberger. Minnesota State on a breakaway, shoots. Sticked aside, nice save there on that great offensive chance for Minnesota State's Kelsey King. King went backhand, and I think Bodabchuk got a piece of that to keep us a 1-1 game. On the far side for the Tommies. Down into the corner. That was Stensley. Eventually MSU comes away with it. And up the middle of the ice for Minnesota State right now, it's Ackerbeck. Ackerbeck, the junior from Eau Claire, fires it wide. Puck kept in there by the Mavericks. Mavericks continue to put pressure. Ali Paul for St. Thomas with the puck up along the blue line. Where she finds Promisberger. Promisberger on the far side over to Larson. Larson throws it in for a little bit, but the Mavericks come back right away. Condis. I think that's going to be icing. It went off of St. Thomas' stick, so Dobbik forced to play it. She risks it along the wall. Defenseman out into the neutral zone, where eventually for St. Thomas, that's going to be Parent. Parent throws it behind the Minnesota State net. Condis for the Mavericks. Langseth back down low. Here's Condis again. The right-handed shooting defenseman from Calgary along the boards to Langseth. Langseth able to get it out. Condis down there, still battling for the puck. Erickson for St. Thomas. She scored on the power play right before the end of the first period, making it a 1-1 game. For the Mavericks now, it's Guttormson over to Condis. Condis is going to fire it in, where it's gloved by Dobbik. She leaves it for a teammate. Coming out her own zone now for St. Thomas, it's going to be Clough. Nelson for the Mavericks. Over to Bryant. Bryant with the puck on the right side, into the slot. Shot taken and gloved by Dobbik. The Maverick machine providing some entertainment here for the Mavericks. Wonder what it's like trying to play the trumpet when it's below zero. The Maverick machine, one of the great bands in college hockey. Here at the Blake today. Of course, they're in the stands right now. Normally during a football game, they'll be at field level down here at the scoreboard end. Not today. 6:09 left here in the second period, a 1-1 game. Coming along the left side down there for the Tommies, that was Lucy Bianchi, back to the point. Larson with the puck. She's going to take a wrist shot. And Calafranc gobbles that up. So face-off will be in the Minnesota State zone. St. Thomas, 4-15-1 on the season, 2-13-1 in WCHA play. They're at Wisconsin next week. Take that back. They're at Bemidji State next week. And then a home-and-home with St. Cloud State. A couple of games at Minnesota Duluth, and they'll close out the regular season with home-and-home with Minnesota. So very respectable first season Division I women's hockey for the Tommies. There's a nice save by Calafranc. Here's Bobbik on the left side. She gets it out along the wall. Cornell back for St. Thomas. Is able to get the puck out, but here's Kelsey King. King wheeling and dealing along the right side. The Elk River, Minnesota junior. Loses it before the Mavericks regain control, and Condis, the right-hand shooting defenseman from Calgary, along the left wall behind the St. Thomas net on the far side for Langseth. Langseth for Eden Prairie's had a nice sophomore season, 6 goals, 7 assists for 13 points. In the middle now, going to shoot the puck for Minnesota State. She can fire it. That's Meshuggah looking to get her second goal here. Trying to give Minnesota State a lead. Meshuggah with the puck. Over on the right side. Shot taken by Guttormson. It gets blocked. She's battling for the puck there with Jurgensen. Langseth throws it down to Meshuggah. Meshuggah behind the net. Now it's Buderek. It comes away with it. Buderek in the slot. She finds Langseth. She just fires it wide. Langseth on the forecheck. Trying to get the puck out for St. Thomas is going to be Erickson. But the Mavericks turn it back in, and it's Langseth behind the net. Langseth can't get control of it, and eventually it comes back out to the neutral zone, retreating into their own zone for Minnesota State. That's Nelson. Nelson over to Guttormson. Guttormson skates toward the puck now in her own zone, behind her own net. You can see that the ice is slowing down now as frost accumulates on the ice here in the second period. Coming on the right side now for Minnesota State, that's going to be Sheeran. Sheeran cannot get a shot off. Eventually for St. Thomas, that's going to be, it was Parent who had the puck, or oh, it was Allie Paul, I'm sorry. All the way down to the Minnesota State zone where Calafranc covers it up for a defensive zone faceoff. They'll face it off to her right. 3:37 left on the clock here in the second period. We've got a 1-1 game. Hockey Day Minnesota action, the final day here from Blakesley Stadium in Mankato, Minnesota. An hour and a half southwest of the Twin Cities on the campus of Minnesota State. Just been a great week, as I mentioned, 32 games in all. Conclude later on tonight. Great day yesterday. I estimate there was probably 9,000 or 10,000 people here at Blakesley Stadium for those 3 games between a couple of high school teams and, of course, Minnesota State and St. Thomas on the men's side taking place. Had a ceremonial face-off earlier today during the alumni game with Todd Carroll, the first coach of the Mavericks, and John Harrington, current head coach of the Mavericks, there facing the puck off. And Todd Carroll, of course, Northfield resident who coached the Mavericks their inaugural season, and his son Andy, a senior defenseman for Minnesota State. The Mavericks on the men's side ranked second in the country right now, got their 23rd win of the season last night. 7-1 win over St. Thomas. But nice to bring back TC, one of the great guys in college hockey. Former St. Olaf hockey player. Back to the action here on the ice. Meshuga with the puck in the corner. Down low, looking for Budarak. She hands it off to Langseth. Langseth wheeling and dealing. Circles on the far circle. Back to the point. Shot taken there, just goes wide. That was Guttormson. Guttormson now. Condis with the puck. She fires a shot from the slot, just goes wide. Don't know how that one missed. Meshuga with the puck. Looking for Guttormson. Guttormson, she's going to fire another shot. That gets blocked. A nice job by Abby Promisberger to get in front of that puck. Can you imagine blocking the puck on a day like today? My gosh. You better hope it hits you in the shin pads. Behind her own net, it's Condis for the Mavericks. Off the glass and out, but the puck goes out of play. I think it might have gone into this St. Thomas bench. Somewhere, not sure where it went. In any event, we'll have a face-off. Yeah, there it is. So we've got 2 pucks on the ice as they got another one from the penalty box. So face it off to Califrank's right. Paddington for the Mavericks. And Erickson for St. Thomas. MSU gains control. Racing down the right side and losing control of it eventually was Brooke Bryant. St. Thomas now with control of the puck into the neutral zone. On the right side here for the Tommies, it's Almich. She can't control it. Minnesota State, good job there finding a teammate in the neutral zone. The pass by Taylor Wemple. Behind the St. Thomas net now, wheeling out in front. Going to be a shot taken off to the side. Scores! Great goal! Nice play. Great play by Minnesota State's number 20, Kelsey King, to find Britton Fleming, who is stationed at the far side. So point number 99 off for her career for Britton Fleming comes on a pass from Kelsey King. Minnesota State takes a 2-1 lead here late in the second period, 18:57. Going to be the time of that one. Fleming with the goal for Minnesota State. Her 11th of the year. Her 30th point on the season. 35th career goal and 99th career point for the senior from Oregon, Wisconsin. Behind the St. Thomas net now. Mavericks threatening again. Shot taken by, that was King. Turned aside by Dobchuk. So 2-1. So Sheeran also gets the assist. So 18:57. Fleming from King and Sheeran.
Britton Fleming's 99th career point of her season.
Mavericks continue to press. Trying to build upon this 2-1 lead here late in the second period. 2-1 the score. Minnesota State leading over St. Thomas. WCHA matchup here at Blakesley Stadium. In her own zone now from Minnesota State. That's Wemple. She goes back for it off the boards and out into the neutral zone as Minnesota State trying to get out of the rest of this period with a 1-0 or 1-goal lead, I should say. And that's how it's going to end here at the end of the second period of action. That goal by Britton Fleming, the only scoring of the second period. And it's Minnesota State leading St. Thomas 2-1. After 2 periods of action, WCHA play here at Blakesley Stadium on the campus of Minnesota State, part of the 2022 Hockey Day Minnesota festivities. Take a short break, 50 minutes or so, and we'll be back with third period action in this matchup between the Tommies and the Mavericks. Paul Allen, Big Ten Network. Third period about to start this WCHA matchup between Minnesota State, the host Mavericks, against St. Thomas. And the Mavericks, after 2 periods of play, maintaining a 2-1 lead. It was 1-1 after the first 20 minutes of action. Madison Meshuga for the Mavericks at 9:50 of the opening period. Her 5th goal of the season, putting the Mavericks up to a 1-0 lead, but Anna Eriksson scored on the power play for St. Thomas right before the end of the opening stanza, 19:52 to make it 1-1 at the end of the first 20 minutes. And then near the end of the second period, Britton Fleming, the senior from Oregon, Wisconsin, off a pass from Kelsey King, made it a 2-1 Minnesota State lead. So the Mavericks entered the locker room at the end of 40 minutes of action owning a 2-1 lead. And that's where it stands right now as we get ready for face-off here. The third period. Hockey Day Minnesota action coming to an end here this Sunday, January 22nd here at Blakesley Stadium. The third outdoor game in the history of Minnesota State women's hockey. I think Bemidji State is part of Bemidji State was the opponent in 2019 as part of the Hockey Day Minnesota festivities back a couple years ago. And then back in 2014, there was the Heritage Classic, Minnesota State taking on University of Minnesota at TCF Bank Stadium, 4-0 loss to the Gophers in that one. So the Mavericks 1-1 all time in outdoor games. Hope to make it 2-1 with this game of versus St. Thomas still to be completed. But we're underway in the third period. The Mavericks up 2-1. St. Thomas. They're looking to find a way to knot things up. Into the neutral zone for Minnesota State. It's Kennedy Bobbik. And now Clough for St. Thomas with speed. The left-hand shooting defenseman from Andover, Minnesota, a freshman, along the right side behind the net now for St. Thomas. That's Munreen. Minnesota State comes away with it. King into the middle of the ice where Sydney Langseth brings it in with speed over the blue line down into the corner. Past the goal line now. Back to the point briefly where Seifert threw it back that way, and Budarak there could not find the handle, and coming out of their own zone now, the Tommies, but the Mavericks turn it right back. Seifert dumps it in, and St. Thomas eventually brings it out for the Tommies now on the right side there briefly, but it's the Mavericks who come away with it. Meshuga for Minnesota State, the Andover, Minnesota native. Back to the point. On the left side there for St. Thomas, it's Monroe. Back to Paul. Paul. Over to Clough, but it's the Mavericks now with the puck in the offensive zone. Brooke Bryant. Over to Nelson, back to Wemple. All the way down now, past the extended goal line, behind her own net in the corner there for Minnesota State. That's going to be Nelson along the right side. Steaming down the right side is Bryant. Her wrist shot goes off a shin pad, and for the Tommies, it's going to be Parent coming back, and then through the neutral zone, Jorgensen on the right side. Good job there by Condis. Got her stick on that one, and then the Mavericks getting out into the neutral zone. Fresh ice here early on in the third period. 2-1 Minnesota State lead. Bobbik on the left side. Down into the corner. Behind the St. Thomas net, still Bobbik. In the slot area, Minnesota State, Fleming. Great save there. Keeps it a 2-1 game. Dobchuk able to get a right pat on that shot from Britton Fleming. Icing the call against the Tommies. So Minnesota State, a 2-1 lead on goals by Meshuga and Britton Fleming.
Kylie Paulson, you left your driver's license at the Up North tent. Kylie Paulson, your driver's license at the Up North tent.
It's a great effort by a lot of people to undertake this. Several hundred volunteers. It was interesting last night during that game taking place between Minnesota State and St. Thomas with the snow that was coming down. I don't know how many inches we had. Several inches of snow during the course of the entire game, and every time there was a TE timeout, you had to shovel the snow, and there was high school teams. Mankato East was there. And I know one of the junior teams was here. Shot taken, blocked away there is Minnesota State junior Kelsey King with a shot. Tried to go high on the stick side on Dobchuk, and she was able to get her blocker on it. Seifert dumps it in behind the net. Dobchuk handing it off. Barrett able to get it out all the way down into the Minnesota State zone. And behind her own net before Wemple takes the puck. On the left side now for Minnesota State. Shot taken there by Meshuga. Gloved by Dobchuk, and there'll be a face-off to her right as play comes to a halt. So Minnesota State, the owners of a 2-game winning streak, trying to extend it today, leading at the moment, 2-1 the score. Minnesota State and St. Thomas. Behind the net now for the Mavericks, it's Langseth. Langseth over to Budarak. Dobchuk stops it there. She's gonna backhand it up to a teammate. Tommy's trying to get it out, and they do. They do just that. Minnesota State and St. Thomas had played earlier this week up in Mendota Heights. Britton Fleming with 2 goals there. Sydney Langseth had also scored for the Mavericks, and Charlotte Akerbeck got her 7th goal of the season in that 4-1 win for Minnesota State at St. Thomas on Thursday. There's a shot, just goes wide. St. Thomas threatening here. Knocked down by Paddington on the left side. She's going to shoot it. Stopped by Dobchuk. This is a rebound, and then gloved by Dobchuk. It's Brooke Bryant there looking to make it a 3-1 lead, but to no avail. Face off. as the puck was gloved by Dobchuk. It comes to Dobchuk's right. Fleming out there for the face-off for Minnesota State. Parent for St. Thomas. Parent gets the face-off win. On the near boards now. Into the corner. Who wants it? Condis ends up with it. She backhands it looking for Fleming, and it's intercepted by Clough. Frank behind her own net. Hands it off to Guttormson. Over to Bobbik. Up on the right for King. Puck skitters out into the neutral zone. Eventually it's King. Back into her own zone. Parent dumps it in. Puck winds its way all the way behind the Minnesota State net. Over to the other side. Solheim. Dangerous in front of the Minnesota State net. Langseth over there for Minnesota State. Akovic there in the middle of the ice now. It's King. King across the blue line with speed. Looking for a friendly face. Goes off a stick. Bounces out past the blue line. Dumped back in by Seifert. The Mavericks look for a line change. Delayed offside for a moment, but everybody gets outside the blue line. "13 minutes to go now here in the third period. 2-1, Minnesota State leading this WCHA matchup. Hockey Day Minnesota backhand attempt by Langseth. Grabbed by Dobchuk as play comes to a halt. Shots on goal after 2 periods of play.
We maintain a strong tradition of customer service, excellent, while providing each customer with the personal attention they deserve.
Grab it here real quick. MSU held a 17-14 lead after 2 periods of play in terms of shots on goal. Both goalies have been tested. They both played well. Here's Paddington, the left-handed shooting freshman from Thunder Bay. Back behind the net. The puck's taken by Bryant. Back to the point. Wemple with a wrist shot. Knocked down in front. Paddington there. She usually comes away with it if she can get a hold of it. Back to Wemple. She shoots along. Oh, Dobchuk with a pad save along the ice into the corner. Romersberger for St. Thomas on the right side. Fires a shot. Califranc makes the initial save and then covers up the rebound. St. Thomas not going away by any stretch of the imagination. 2-1, Minnesota State lead. 12:04 left on the clock here in the third period. Minnesota State looking to close out the season series with St. Thomas. The Mavericks have won the first 3 games this year between the two schools. 2-1 the lead for Minnesota State right now. Along the wall there, that's King for Minnesota State. She keeps it going along the right side, and it's a race between Bobbik for Minnesota State and Cornell for St. Thomas. 2 really good skaters. There's Fleming in the slot area on the right side for Condis. The alternate captain fires it wide. King down to Fleming. Fleming in the corner, maintaining control of the puck. She hands it off to Guttormson, who fires it toward the net. The puck is loose in front of the net. Guttormson right there. Dobchuk able to cover it up. The Mavericks continue to threaten. Two to 1 the score here. Minnesota State owning a 2-1 lead. Almost halfway through the third period of this WCHA matchup. Temperature hovering around 0 at the start of this game. Not sure what it is right now. It's got to be Close to that. The wind here at Blakely Stadium, by the way, during football games, which you normally have here at Blakely Stadium, the wind blows from the south. That's the end that Califranca's at right now, the south end, and goes through. That's, you look at the flags at the top of the stadium over on the press box side, and that's the way wind's blowing right now. So it appears that Minnesota State would have the winds at their back here in the third period. Tormson fires it all the way down into the St. Thomas zone. That's going to be an icing call on the Mavericks. And the puck will come all the way back down to the Minnesota State zone. Oh, the referees decided that someone did touch the puck, so they're going to face it off at center ice. That happens occasionally. They do make mistakes occasionally, those referees. Not many, not often. Taking control of the puck off the faceoff. It's going to be Minnesota State, and Tormson fires it in and then goes after it, trying to find the puck down there, but eventually St. Thomas does get it out. Shot just goes wide there, the Minnesota State net. My lips are starting to freeze up here a little bit. Starting to sound a little bit like Daffy Duck, more so than usual. Here come the Tommies out of their own zone. Getting a stick on it in the neutral zone for Minnesota State with Cypher. But the puck does make its way all the way back to the MSU territory. Out into the neutral zone now. Here's Paddington. Fires a backhander toward the net. And Bobbik able to get the glove on it. The wind has picked up here a little bit here in the third period. I'm looking along the boards. One of the great things about hockey, of course, is that the jerseys and sweaters that people wear. I see Doug Glatt of the movie Goon down there along the boards on our side of the rink. Remember Doug Glatt? If you're a hockey fan, you would know of that movie. Minnesota State now trying to build upon his 2-1 lead, and there's King. King who could shoot the puck. She's brought down, and it's going to be a penalty against the Tommies here. Hooking's going to be the call as King was headed toward scoring area right in front of the net. So at the 10-10 mark of the third period, Minnesota State will go into power play. Anna Solheim, the senior captain for St. Thomas, getting the gate. So John Harrington, the Minnesota State coach, sends out Sidney Langstaff to take this face-off. Paddington with the puck over to Akervik. Akervik manning the point on this power play. Langstaff with the puck, trying to find, looked like Brooke Bryant in the middle there in the bumper position on this power play. Akervik over to Langstaff. Langstaff back to Akervik. Akervik, she can shoot it. Paddington with the puck in the middle. She shoots. Score shot taken there by Brooke Bryant, just turned aside by Bobbik. Scoring area opportunity there. Bobbik with a nice save to keep us a 2-1 game. MSU coaching staff leaving the same 5 skaters out there. St. Thomas choosing to make a change and making this face-off right now for St. Thomas is Allie Monreed, Anchorage, Alaska native, product of Culver Academy, prep school in Indiana. Shot taken from the side by Langstaff goes wide, but MSU maintains control. MSU set up on this power play. Paddington at the top of the right circle, down low to Brooke Bryant. Bryant with the puck. Puck on the far side for Langstaff. She's going to shoot it. A couple of players down there, Budarak and Paddington, standing in front of the net on that shot. Stopped by Bobbik and then covered up on the rebound. So this face-off almost the entire time, in terms of where the Mavericks have been in terms of power play time, it's been in St. Thomas' zone almost the entire time, the duration of this power play. Solheim still in the box. Back to the point for Minnesota State as the second power play unit comes out for the Mavericks. Bobbik behind the net, over to Fleming. Fleming back to Bobbik. We're going to cycle the puck here now. Bobbik on the wing. She's going to shoot toward the net. Good save by Dobchuk. Bounces off into the corner. Minnesota State still battling and keeping possession. Oh, great job. That's got to be another penalty or not. I think there might have been a hook or some sort of restraining foul. Bobbik was taken down. The minute regardless, Minnesota State maintaining control. Fleming. She's going to have time here on the left side, on the right side, down to Bobbik. Bobbik with the puck. Looking for King in the slot area. The puck goes off a stick and then out of play, off the net. See if I can see how much time's left here in this penalty. 23 seconds to go in this power play for the Mavericks. The only thing the Mavericks haven't done on this power play is score. Of course, that's the key thing, right? St. Thomas finally able to get the puck out. They get some relief on the PK. Condas for the Mavericks. Up to King. King looking for Fleming. St. Thomas going to be able to kill this penalty off. So the Tommies doing a great job of fending off that Maverick power play. A couple of good saves by Dobchuk keep us a 2-1 Minnesota State lead. The Mavericks, however, still with the puck. Condas looking for Fleming, can't find her, and that's going to be an icing call, I believe, against the Tommies. So the power play ends, but the face-off still will be in St. Thomas territory. 7:31 left on the clock here in the third period of this WCHA matchup. 2-1 the score. Paul Allen with the play-by-play. It's been a lot of fun bringing this game to you, and I appreciate the work from the folks at Bethany Lutheran College and their production team. Doing a great job here in televising this broadcast for us. Shot from the middle of the ice in the offensive zone by Meshuga, looking for her second goal of the game. Dobchuk equal to the task. As we mentioned, Dobchuk's had 42 saves on Thursday's game. Minnesota State won that one up in Mendota Heights. She's been good again today. Wemple. It's getting backwards in her own zone, finds Langseth at the blue line. Langseth, Eden Prairie native in her sophomore season, another productive year. 13 points in her second season with the Mavericks. This is her 24th game of the season. She's been noticeable today. She usually is. Back to the point for Minnesota State. That was Nelson along the wall, and now the puck goes behind the St. Thomas net. The Tommies will try to get it out, but it's Bryant getting on that one. Here's Brooke Bryant on the right side, down behind the net, extended goal line behind Dobchuk. Wheeling out by the left dot, back to the point. Shot from the point just goes wide. It was Nelson, and over here on the right side, it's Wemple. Throws it in the middle of the ice, and St. Thomas gets a stick on it. And out, and the Tommies go off to the line change as Bromsberger threw it out into the neutral zone. The Mavericks come right back. Here's Sheeran. She's going to dump it in. Retreating into her own zone for St. Thomas was Clough. She can't get it out. Eventually she does. Hartung gets a stick on it into the MSU zone now for the Tommies. That's Brunreen across the slot area. Back to the point. Shot taken there from the point by Clough. Left pad save by Califranc. Fleming looking for Bobbik on the right side. It goes off the wall and out, and then steaming down the left side. Here comes King. King in the middle, shoots. Oh, good save. Dobchuk. Looked like King went forehand back and tried to go 5-hole on that. Dobchuk able to close the gate, got her stick on it, and the puck went off into the corner. Now St. Thomas back into the Minnesota State zone. Coming away with the puck for the Tommies is Parent. Parent back to the point. Shot taken from the point by Cornell, gets blocked. But the puck bounces back to Cornell. Now this time she throws it along the wall. It goes behind the Minnesota State net where Akervik finds it for the Mavericks. Akervik up to Fleming. Fleming. Akervik now dumps it in. A couple of Fresh players come on the ice for Minnesota State along the left wall here on the near side here for St. Thomas's Cornell. Erickson with the puck behind the MSU net. Back to Cornell. Shot taken by Jorgensen there. Goes into the corner. Erickson again. Erickson scored earlier for St. Thomas near the end of the first period to tie it up. 1-1 at the end of the first, but a goal by Britton Fleming at the end of the second period made it a 2-1 Minnesota State lead, and that's where the game stands right now with around 4 minutes to go here in the third period. Coming out of their own zone now is Brooke Bryant across the blue line with the puck. She circles back. Does that little J turn near the right side, near the left side rather, before she gets met by a couple of St. Thomas players, and coming away with it for St. Thomas is Clough. And then they're a product of Andover High School. There's a bunch of them here in this game. Of course, Andover High School, one of the girls hockey high school powers in the state, picked up a nice win over Edina yesterday, right on the same ice surface. Behind her own net now for the Mavericks. That was Brooke Bryant. She hands it off to Condis. Condis looking for Bryant along the right side. She finds her. Condis over to Bobbik. Bobbik across the blue line, goes toward the middle of the ice. She was by herself though, and St. Thomas able to get a hold of that puck and off the glass, but not out. King takes it for Minnesota State. She throws it into the corner and then goes to work trying to get the puck back on the forecheck. St. Thomas able to get the puck out before Wemple fires a wrist shot in that Dobchak is forced to make a save on, and MSU will get an offensive zone faceoff as a result.
Energy that powers millions of homes and businesses across 8 Western and
2:53.
Learn more at xlenergy.com.
2:49 to go on the clock here in the third period. 2-1 Minnesota State. As you mentioned, Minnesota State leading in the season series 3-0 against St. Thomas. 6 games left on the regular season schedule for the Mavericks after this game here at Blakesley Stadium. Wemple takes a pass from King. She goes down low into the corner and throws it behind the net. Britton Fleming, left-hand shooting senior. Up by the blue line, high in the slot area, goes on to the far side. And it goes off a stick and out of play. So another offensive zone face-off, and Minnesota State will take this opportunity, as will St. Thomas, to get a couple of new lines out there. We're going to need some hot chocolate after this one, I think. 2:27 left on the clock here in the third period. 2-1 to score. MSU nursing a 2-1 lead, and it looks like St. Thomas is going to take a timeout.
St. Thomas.
Yep, that is the case. So scoring in this game. Oh, that's my sheet again. The wind's wreaking havoc with my notes. Hold on. Okay, so it was Madison Meshuga at 9:50 of the first period. Assist from Claire Buderak and Sydney Langseth. 1-0 lead at Minnesota State at that point, and then a power play goal from Anna Erickson with assist from Maddie Clough and Anna Solheim made it a 1-1. St. Thomas scoring right before the end of the first period. You know, after 20 minutes of action, that's how the game stood. And then Britton Fleming took a nice pass from Kelsey King. She's stationed by herself, all alone at the side of the net in the second period. 18:56, again, near the end of the period. So it became a 2-1 Minnesota State lead. That's how it stood after 40 minutes of action. And that's the way it is now. 2:27 left on the clock here in the third period. Minnesota State hoping to pick up the win. St. Thomas looking to tie it. Keep things going for them today. Right now, the faceoff will come to Alexa Dobchuk's right. Britton Fleming for the Mavericks. And Parent for St. Thomas. Fleming, or Langseth wins it, gets the puck back to the point. I'm not sure if Akervik was trying to put that on net. She was trying to get it in deep, I think, and that's exactly what they did. Now the puck is along the wall here. Langseth fighting for the puck with a couple of Tommies. Clough's one of them, and she gets the puck before anybody else. Langseth eventually gets a hold of it. She throws it back, but it's Clough with St. Thomas. Back behind her own net is to Larson. Larson through the middle of the ice for Parent. Parent along the far wall. She can't control it. Right in front of the Minnesota State bench, coming away with the puck for St. Thomas was Promisberger. Now behind the Minnesota State net, Calafranc, or not Maverick Took. But it's St. Thomas threatening, but it's Fleming that comes away with it. Britton Fleming looking for Kelsey King. Carries the puck backwards across the blue line. Empty net there. King fires it just wide. St. Thomas with 6 skaters on the net now, on the ice now. Buck 23 left on the clock here in the third period. The puck comes in front of the net, but St. Thomas gets control of it. Here comes Solheim. Solheim throws it down behind Calafranc. Behind the Minnesota State net. Akervik tries to backhand it out, can't get it past the blue line. Eventually it does come out. And here's King. King over the red line. She shoots it. She scores! Empty net goal by Kelsey King. Makes it 3-1 Minnesota State. Charlotte Akervik started that play, backhanding the puck out of the Minnesota State zone across the blue line into the neutral zone, and Kelsey King did a great job getting across the red line before she shot that puck into the St. Thomas net. So King goal, her 13th of the season, makes it 3-1 Minnesota State. 58.4. The time left on the clock here in the third period. Wow.
Scoring for the Mavericks at 19:03 of the third period. With her 13th goal of the season, number 20, Kelsey King. With a single assist going to number 8, Charlotte Akervik. That's King from Akervik at 19:03 of the third period.
So we'll see if that's going to do it. 30 seconds to go in the third period here. 3-1 Minnesota State. 2-1 with an empty netter. Kelsey King with her team high 13th goal of the season, making it 3-1. Hockey Day Minnesota action here at the Blakesley Stadium, the Blake, as we call it here on campus. And Minnesota State's going to win this game. 3-1 the score right now. 10 seconds to go in the third period. Wraparound attempt. Stopped. Minnesota State not giving up another save. 2 late saves here by Dobchuk. And that's how it's going to end. So Minnesota State prevailing in Hockey Day Minnesota action in both men's hockey. Last night, 7-1 win for Minnesota State over St. Thomas, and then today on the women's side, the Mavericks pick up an important WCHA victory over St. Thomas. 3-1 the score. Goals from Madison Mashuga, Britton Fleming, and Kelsey King. The difference in this one, Minnesota State now won 3 games in a row and upped their record on the season to 12-11-1. Minnesota State 8-11-1 in WCHA action. St. Thomas, the Tommies fall to 4-17-1. And St. Thomas 2-15-1 in WCHA play. Trying to find a quick look at the shots on goal totals if I can. No, not going to be able to get them, unfortunately. But 3-1 the score. Minnesota State prevailing in this Hockey Day Minnesota action. From Blakesley Stadium on the campus of Minnesota State. So, once again, just a great week of activities here in Mankato, Blakesley Stadium. For the Mavericks, I'm going to take some team photos here with St. Thomas. Same thing that we did last night on the men's side. We'll take a team photo of St. Thomas, and then the Mavericks will have an opportunity for a team photo. We'll have to name the 3 stars. I'm not going to speculate with 3 different Mavericks scoring goals. Great goaltending all around. They have lots of players to pick from in terms of who the 3 stars of the game will be. But Minnesota State playing well here on this stretch drive near the end of the season. Mavericks are in 5th place in WCHA play, going to have a difficult time getting into the top 4, but a really good job. I'm thinking about how the Mavericks have been able to do it without some key players. You know, you look at what happened with Califranc unable to play on Thursday, and Emerald Kelly makes her debut for the Mavericks, picks up 11 saves in a 4-1 win for Minnesota State on Thursday up in Mendota Heights, and then Anna Wilgren, the defenseman, the captain of the Mavericks, not playing here after heading off to the Olympic residency program, and so it's been an interesting year for Minnesota State. Jamie Nelson, the WCHA Rookie of the Year, has only played 2 games this year for Minnesota State due to injuries. So Mavericks battling through hardship have really played well here through the middle stretch of the season, and they've got their work cut out with them with those 3 final series of the regular season. As I mentioned, the Mavericks taking on Minnesota Duluth up in Duluth next weekend. The Bulldogs ranked 8th in the country. Ohio State, also one of the top teams in the country. Minnesota State will take on the Buckeyes, currently ranked 2nd in the country, on February 4th and 5th, and those will be the last home games for the Mavericks for this year, before finishing out the regular season at Wisconsin. Of course, Wisconsin ranked number 1 in the country. So nevertheless here, if we can just hang in here, we'll see who the 3 stars are, and then we'll close it out. But this will just take a couple seconds here as we name the 3 stars.
The number 3 star from Minnesota State with 20 saves on the day, number 77, Calla.
So Califranc's going to be your 3rd star, just as we thought. She played great today.
The number 2 star from Minnesota State with 1 goal and 1 assist, number 20, Kelsey
King with an empty net goal and an assist is going to be your 2nd star.
And your number 1 star of the day from Minnesota State with 1 goal, which was the game-winning goal, and her 99th career.
Britton Fleming is going to be your 1st star. So the senior on this Hockey Day Minnesota Classic game gets the game-winning goal, and this is the 1st star. So 3-1 the final between Minnesota State and St. Thomas today. It's been our pleasure bringing you this Hockey Day Minnesota broadcast from Blakesley Stadium this chilly Sunday afternoon. This has been Paul Allen. Thanks very much, everybody. It's been great to be a Maverick.